Right now, the Summer League games are happening, and as you guys know, the Summer League games, it's all about giving young players an opportunity to improve their standings for the teams that they play for, or for the players that just got drafted and maybe some players that went undrafted to give a first impression to see if they can actually make it to the next level, which is the NBA. And there has been one player that really surprised me, and that player is Kenneth Lofton Jr., as he's been killing it throughout the whole Summer League games. As I'm making this video, he's putting up 15 points, 4 rebounds while shooting 64% from the field. That's incredible. And let's not forget the fact that he gave Chet Holmgren, who went second in this year's draft, the business, dominating him throughout the whole game as he was just playing bully ball against them. And do you remember the time that Chet Holmgren actually said that he was going to break the record for most blocks after he broke it in like his first Summer League game? That was actually that game where he played against the Grizzlies, and Kenneth Lofton Jr. did not let that happen, as he was, like I said before, bullying him throughout the whole game. For a lot of people right now, he just came out of nowhere, but I have been hearing about him for a while now. So this is exactly what I want to show you guys, who exactly is Kenneth Lofton Jr. So let's get right into it and find out who exactly is this guy. Kenneth Lofton Jr. is 6'7" and weighs 280 pounds. He's as heavy as Joel Embiid, even though he's 4 inches shorter than Embiid. That's naturally bad for players heading into the NBA, but maybe that's exactly what's going to keep him in the NBA, because like I said before, he just bullies people the whole time in the low post, making it his go-to move. When Lofton was in high school, he was initially a guard, but became a post player later on in his career during high school, and as a senior, he averaged 17 points, 10 rebounds and 3 assists per game, earning him 5A All-State honors and was a McDonald's All-American nominee. That's when he caught the eye from a mid-major college, Louisiana Tech, who gave him a scholarship to play for them. During his freshman year, he surprised everyone, becoming the best player on the team. He put up 12 points, almost 8 rebounds, while shooting 57% from the field, and by the time the season was done, he got invited to play with the U19 USA team alongside Jaden Ivey, who went 5th in this year's draft, and Chet Holmgren, who was the 2nd pick in this year's draft. That's when the basketball world started to hear about Kenneth Lofton Jr. because when I heard about the roster, I really didn't know who he was still. I mean, like, I heard about him, but I wasn't really following who exactly he was, because when the U19 roster came out, I was excited to watch Patrick Bolden Jr., Jaden Ivey, and Chet Holmgren, because through their high school careers, they were always one of the best players on their, teams or in the country, you know what I mean? So when I heard who he was, I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's nice. But bro, during the U19 tournament, the FIBA U19 tournament, oh my god, he was balling out, and he was actually, you can actually make a case that he was the best player, as he averaged 13 points, 5 rebounds while shooting an incredible 65% from the field. And you can clearly see here, his numbers are right on par with Jaden Ivey and Chet Holmgren, who walked away with the MVP in that tournament. And after that tournament was over, I thought to myself, this kid could actually make it to the NBA, because he showed that on the offensive side of the game, he showed that he can just back people all the way to the low post, to the basket, and all the defenders could do was either block his shot or foul him. And even when his shot got blocked, he would just get the rebound and pull the ball back up. And let's say when he got fouled and went to the free throw line, he was actually being a consistent shooter. He shot 60% from the free throw line. That is something that he needs to improve, but he has his time to improve. As at that point, he was probably like 18, 17 years old. When his sophomore season came around at Louisiana Tech, he clearly showed that he was the best player on that team, as he averaged a double-double while shooting an incredible 54% from the field. And you can clearly see here, his free throws got about 8% better from his freshman year, but he does need to bring that number up to maybe like 80%, and that's exactly what's going to make him really dangerous, since it's impossible to stop him without being physical and drawing a lot of contact. Another thing that he does need to improve is his passing ability, so that he's able to find, open shooters or cutters, you know what I mean? That's gonna make it even more dangerous. But, he's only 19 years old, so he has more than enough time to improve those things, you know what I mean? I didn't talk a lot about his defensive game, and it's because his numbers were not really crazy on the defensive side of the game, but if you do watch the games, you understand how impactful he is on the defensive side of the game, because offensive players were having some trouble to score him because he's so big, they cannot just back him down, so you gotta beat him in the perimeter, and they didn't beat him off the perimeter that easy, you know what I mean? So I really believe that he has the talent to make it to the next level, which is the NBA. And, a lot of people are saying like, yo, he won't make it. He's too fat. He's too big. He doesn't have a three. But he already showed in college that he can dominate a game by bullying people and not having a three. And he did show that also in the U19 USA team. And he actually showed that he was actually one of the best players on that team alongside Jaden Ivey and Shed Holmgren. You know what I mean? So he does have the talent to make it to the NBA, and I want to give him his flowers because he has shown in every level, high school, college, U19 FIBA tournament, and now in the NBA Summer League, that he can dominate a game by just bullying people and not having a three. And there's players that have been dominated in the NBA like that. Giannis Antetokounmpo did that for a while. Shaquille O'Neal did that in the past. Zion Williamson, you can kind of say it's like that too. So I'm really interested to see if he's actually going to make it to the NBA, which I believe he will. And if he will have a long career, I must say, I think he can have a long career. But let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on Kenneth Lofton Jr. Do you think he can make it to the NBA and have a long career, Or if you think that he's not going to make it to the NBA and just be one of those players that, should have never made it. You know what I mean? But thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And I want to take a quick second to thank everybody that watched my last video. I'm going to put it at the end of the video. It got a lot of love, a lot of comments, a lot of likes. And I'm glad that you guys like my content. Let's keep it up. I want to, keep making videos like this. I'm having a lot of fun making videos like this. Hopefully you enjoy it. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one.